So our DKT institution Innovation Council has arranged this lecture, has organized this lecture. The today's topic of discussion is hanging out with entrepreneurs. So Mr. Arjun Ghole sir, is himself is a an entrepreneur, and he is the alma mater of our institute. Now I will introduce our today's guest. So he has completed his bachelor's in electronics engineering uh, from our institute in the year 1996. He has completed his MTech in digital systems and computer electronics from JNTU University, Hyderabad. He is doing his research scholar in speech signal processing from the Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. He has also having so many publications under his name. So he is having different national and international journals, including some quality IEEE papers. He has involved in the development of loom protector and motor electro guard for benefit of the textile entrepreneurs and farmers respectively. He has also involved in the development of low cost hatcher machines for the benefit of the farmers. Now he has also successfully implemented the integrated farming techniques under the umbrella of rbgfarms.com, and he has also successfully conducted many national international training programs for the betterment of the student. Now, as far as his experience is considered, he has worked as a DT. He has worked with the DT government of Haryana. He has also worked with Military College of EME from Sikandarabad, and which is running under Ministry of Defence, Government of India. He has also worked with SPL Industries, Faridabad. So that industry is known as renowned textile industry in the northern India. Right? Currently, he is working as the director of RBJ Hatcheries. So this company is working under the umbrella of RBG Group. So the motto of this company, or this industry, it is a full dedication to the upliftment of the small and marginal farmers by providing low cost hatchery chicks, including boron and giriraj. Okay? So for the betterment of farmers, this industry is working. So Mr. Arjun Ghole sir, as having so much experience, so today we'll have some discussion on the what do you mean by entrepreneur and what are the importance of becoming entrepreneurs. So, sir, big knowledge will help you a lot in becoming the entrepreneur. So I request Mr. Ghole sir to start his session.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So first of all, our is interaction session basically. Okay, our is basically interaction session, and I hope all students must raise your questions, and I will try to explain your doubts. So I will be very happy if you are interact with me. I'm not considering this is not a lecture kind of thing, because lecture you are daily you are aware of with it. But first of all, entrepreneur. You see, whenever we are studying in the college, so we will have some expectation about our career, and we people might be aware of that we are learning something in the colleges and industries asking something, and you might be aware of that there is a technological advancement and developments, and you see, I am proud that I am student of our DKT's Textile and Engineering Institute. I have a lot of inspiration from our college, which consists of electronics department, at the same time some textile. Gokhale sir, Shah sir, madam, Desai sir, then Kane sir. So we got some exposure in the college itself. So I proudly say that from my batch, plus minus 95, 96, most of the people are working in topmost position in the industries, and we will have some experience. So it's the time to share some experience with you. So before going to proceed further, first of all, you can see there is one Nokia company's developments happened during before 2010, and today is 2021. And as an electronics students, you might be aware of that what's happened with the Nokia. So I will appreciate if anyone is help me to read this screen, especially so what the Dr. Nana Sahib Thorat said, and further, sir, can anyone help me to read this screen right now among you? Yes, Vivek, Manoj, can you read the screen right now? Yes. Manoj Kamkar, can anyone read the Marathi here right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just you read this this paragraph first. This paragraph up to Dr. Nana Sahib Thorat. This paragraph you can read first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do it first.
Sir, it is in Marathi.
Yeah, Marathi. Go ahead. Marathi timing.
सर, नोकियातील अकरेच्या 1500 कर्मचाऱ्यांनी काय केलं म्हणते?
ओके, हा पॅराग्राफ पण रीड करा. हा पहिला पॅराग्राफ. यू गो अहेड. फर्स्ट पॅराग्राफ ऑल्सो यू कॅन गो अहेड.
सर, इन्स्पायरिंग युथ वन.
या, गो अहेड.
स्पर्धेत टिकाव लागला नाही म्हणून जगप्रसिद्ध नोकिया कंपनी ने, सर माय मराठी समवट वीक.
ओके. यस, गो अहेड.
एकाच शहरातील कंपनीच्या ऑफिस मधील 3000 कर्मचाऱ्यांनी नोकरी केली आणि कंपनी बरोबर संपूर्ण फिनलँड देशाची अर्थव्यवस्था कोसळली. कंपनीचे जगभरातील लाखो कर्मचाऱ्यांनी अन्य कंपनीत नोकरीला गेले. उरलेल्या 1500 कर्मचाऱ्यांना अन्य देशात नोकरीला जा, अन्यथा
आत्महत्या.
पर्याय नसलेल्या कंपनीने सांगितले. मग या अखेरच्या 1500 कर्मचाऱ्यांनी काय केलं?
ओके.
बाय नानासाहेब.
Okay. You see, we are aware of that till 2010, this company having a lot of market share in electronic industry, especially in mobile technology. We might be aware of the handset of the Nokia, strongest one. But what they did is they failed to update according to the current market scenario. So they have not changed. So others have come up with Android, and earlier they have tied with some Microsoft company they have tied with, and you see that company got collapsed before means around 2010, and you see a lot of engineers and basically employees they lost their jobs. And you see, if you look for the Finland, so around 4% of the GDP is contributed by this company. And whatever rest of the 1500 people, they don't have any option. They used to work in the headquarters for that company. But you might be aware of this story here, but in short, so what they did is they have started their own enterprise. They have started their own small businesses. They haven't went for some other companies, and but each people or each employee, they have created jobs around 10 peoples or 10 employees. And today you can see here, if you look at here in the last paragraph itself, so in the last paragraph you can see today they are contributing to their country as well as the employments for their people. So bottom line here is, there is a need to do something for the employment for this our country, or at the same time for us also. So I'm not going to underline some benefits about the jobs and entrepreneurs, but this is one of the example in front of us. And if you look for our colleges and all, you might be aware of the attendance criteria is there in the college, 75% and all. But at the same time, if you look for what's happening in other universities and our universities, you see in other universities you can see lecture is around, you see Harvard University, lecturing is only 5%. And project work is 10%, but they are working on the case studies. Now today here also we are going to talk about one of the small case study about our RBG hatcheries also, how we can contribute our technological knowledge to the upliftment of the people and how you can create the jobs. But need of the hour for today is we need to learn based on the case studies, or industry needs application, people needs application. Whatever we have learned in the book, that is in the book. So people not bothering about what you have learned, and people are not bothering about what's your degree, what's your education. People are not bothering. Most of the companies in the US today, they are not keeping education as a criteria. Simply they are calling you for some high tea or something, and they will give you recruitment. They may not bother about your qualification also, but still in our country or our system, we are still having lot of importance to our degrees also. But one of the point you need to underline here is, we need to focus on the case studies. We need to focus on the application knowledge, and therefore our DKT college is working hard for you people, and they are always trying to connect with you people, with the industry people. At the same time, our college is always trying to give you some industry scenario. They are trying to inculcate in your mind. So I appreciate our college, at the same time our faculties also. But underline here is, apart from our books knowledge, I'm not saying that book knowledge is not important, but apart from the book knowledge, it's very important to understand or to extend some solutions to the problems of the people or problems of the community. I hope you understand what's happening in the other universities like Harvard University or Stanford universities. I hope you understand. So this is a case study based or application based knowledge. Now if you look for the industry, you can see left hand side and right hand side, two images you have. You see in colleges our approach is too casual. Our approach is too casual. I'm not saying we should not enjoy, but we should allocate some time for the enjoyment. But at the same time, we should understand what the industry needs, or what the community needs, or what the society needs. So that is one of the important point. And if you look for our field here, you see lot of educational loans people are getting, educational loans. But this is a business line headline. So we are getting educational loans. But if you look for suppose here in the another example, around 147% of the loans are unpaid. Unpaid loans means people are not getting job. So you will get surprised that a lot of unemployment is there, and there is a large gap between industry and between the academia. Now, if you look for the employment generation, we must focus on the sustainability and scalability of the employment. Now, you might be aware of that. Suppose 1,000 students or 1,000 people, they may talk about the employment generation. Out of 1,000, only 100 students or 100 people will try to do something in that direction. Out of 100, around 10 people will practically start some employments or entrepreneurship, and out of that 10, around 1 or 2% of the people may get survive, and around 97% of the survival people, they may close their entrepreneurship in the first 5 years only of the this establishment. So just remember, so what people need, you see, whatever education we have, but we may fail to sustain, to survive. So that thing also we need to understand for the this employment generation or entrepreneur. Now, when we talk about the employment generation and entrepreneurship, we should talk most of the things. We should talk about the profit. Without profit, it is very difficult to survive our entrepreneurship. So that is one of the important. We should always talk about the profit at the same time. But if you go for the entrepreneurship, we should not start some bookish report. We should not prepare some bookish knowledge something and start your entrepreneur. So whenever you see, let it it may take time to start, but we should identify the concept. You can identify the ecological system for our business or entrepreneurship. So our concept or our model should be a newest one. Our concept or model should be a problem. We should need to solve some problem. I am going to tell you how you will be able to solve the problem. But whenever if you think something to start something, then our concept, we should solve the people's problem. We should solve the problem of the society. We should solve the problem of the country. So if problem is big, then your entrepreneur will grow. So your if you look for the success of our entrepreneurship, so that is depending upon the scale of that success is depending upon the how difficult the problem we are going to attempt. So our idea must be best, our idea must be convenient, our idea must be cheapest one, our product must be with best value and must be maximum features and most reliable. If you look for suppose of our handphone or mobile phone, you will ask about what is the features and features. So this point is very important for us. And you see, whenever we are studying in the colleges, we will have always so many problems or doubts in your mind, whether in engineering or medical or jobs or entrepreneur, and also this kind of so many problems will be in our hand. So now, before going to proceed our this, first of all, we should understand what exactly the entrepreneur is. Now, as per the Oxford Dictionary, entrepreneur means person who undertakes an enterprise with chances of profit or loss. So, profit and loss must be the one of the basic principle among a few others. So, profit or loss, that's the definition they have given as per the this Oxford Dictionary. And some other definitions are there, but here is also one of the definition. Entrepreneurship, it is a philosophy or process through which an entrepreneur seeks innovation and employment. So this is a definition they have given here, and so many theories are there given, but you can see it here. One of the important definition I would like to underline here is, it is the process of creating something different with value by devoting the necessary time and effort, assuming the accompanying financial, social risk, and receiving the resulting rewards of monetary and personal satisfaction and independence. So if you go for this path, then we'll get rewards in terms of monetary. At the same time, we may get rewards in terms of personal satisfaction, and we'll get the financial independence also. So some definitions of course are there, but if you look for some advantages are there. So if you go for individual, we may aware of it's a self-employment. You may get unlimited income. You may get independence. You may get satisfaction. You may extend employment for your near and dear ones. So if you go for the job, no. So there will be some restrictions for you, but you may not get that much satisfaction. As per the surveys, you will find that around 80%, more than 80% of the people, those who are employed, they may not be satisfied in that particular jobs. So in order to get the fullest satisfaction, you may get in this path, but the journey is not that much easy. Here we need to have some passion, and we should have some hardest determination. We should not live in between. We have to proceed, just like earlier example I gave you in Nokia. So what happened with the Nokia? But the people from the Nokia, they succeeded, and they are contributing towards their country. At the same time, they are contributing towards their near and dears also. So sizable GDP of that Finland country is contributed by this passion of this people only. So this is a benefits we may get independent, but at the same time, if you go for this, then our country also will get benefits to our nation also. You see, our nation also get this will be able to contribute something for our national problem of unemployment. So we can contribute something for the nation also, and we can have a you see wider distribution of wealth. Means if you look for our country or most of the country, you can see most of the wealth of the country is in the hands of few businessmen or a few people only. So if we try to do something in this area, then country's wealth will also get equally distributed. So some balanced economy will be there, and some people's problem will be solved. So there is a nation. So therefore, there might be some different schemes. Today I may not be able to talk about different schemes because we may not we have time restriction as of now. But a lot of just like Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana or something, or so many schemes, Mukhyamantri Rozgar Yojana and all. So our governments, they are continuously trying to give you some benefits to you, because our nation as a whole, we need to underline, or we need to think about this problem also. You see, nation also get a piece of economic development. You see, some people are poor and some people are rich. That there is a gap between rich and poor, and you know that poor, or otherwise you can say in other language, need is always getting exploited. So there is an exploitation of the people. If there is a gap between rich and poor, so you can contribute little bit towards our country, at the same time humanity, so you can contribute for the gaps if you go for this thing also. Now if you look for some factors for our country, so you see in our educational field, you see 50 years ago or 60 years ago, scenario is little different, but today we will have good educational, science, technology, management. Now in our country also, we will have some infrastructure, we will have some facilities. Now and then some abroad our friends used to interact with us. They said India has a good potential for the entrepreneurs. Today, if you look for Western countries, you see lot of saturation is there in infrastructure sector. At the same time, there is a less population. So less population means less growth, and whatever development is there already happened there. So that market is near to saturation. So entrepreneurs from abroad, they used to always talk. But in case of our country, developed infrastructure facilities day by day, it's going on. I'm not going to talk about what the infrastructure require and all right now, but point here is you may get a lot of infrastructure in our countries also. And nowadays you see Mudra scheme and all, so many schemes are there. They are offering without guarantee, they are offering some crores of money, because crores of money is parked and waiting for you in the banks. But what the banks and financial sector, they want, what they want your business model, sustainable business model. So we need to focus on the business model, so that this financial assistance you may get from the different government sources, at the same time other sources also. But as of now we will not be able to focus on all the financial assistance and all. But point here is, if we have a good idea, if you have a good business plan, then we may get the money from the concerned financial institutions, from the government or banks also. Similarly, we can have training facilities, and we will have some protecting and promotional policies from the government. At the same time, is it there? Okay. At the same time, protective and promotional policies from the government side also, and also get the benefits of the globalization also. So these are the factors available with us. And you see, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, then urge for achievement, determination to win, win-win personality. So these PPTs I may share you later shortly, but you see some of the, because of the time I may not be able to focus in detail because I need to take your questions also. But you see here, yeah, if you want to become an entrepreneur, then you see these are the points we need to focus if you want to go further. So some risk that is involved, we need to work hard, and we should arrange a financial strength from the concerned institutions, and we should capitalize the opportunities are there. You can see now there in job sector, a lot of saturation is there, people are not getting job. So there is a one opportunity that based on the present scenario, we may contribute, and we may have some opportunities for it also. Now yeah. Can you see my PPTs? No? Yes? Can anyone? Yes? Okay. Now, Patil sir. Patil sir. Yes, Patil sir. Manoj. Okay. Now here, Anuj is there. Ashwini, Asmita, Bhagesri, Kapil. Yes. Kapil, Mahesh Patel, Manoj Khamkar, Prabodh, yes, काय झालं तिथे कनेक्शन कसं इथलं गेलं कनेक्शन yes. Can you hear my voice now? Yes. Okay. Anuj. Yes, can you hear me? Prabodh. Sagar is there, Sagar. Yes, Shubhangi. Saurabh Patil. Saurabh.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Am I
You are
audible
audible.
to you? Am I audible to you now?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not getting any response. Therefore, I thought, okay, it's okay. Now we are trying to see some. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can see here we are talking about some entrepreneurs right now here. You see, for entrepreneurs, some innovation is required, some vision is required, some organizing skills are required, some risk taking is also required. So these are the some key elements of our entrepreneurs. And if you look for the background and characteristics of our entrepreneurs, then you see we should always think about our family background. We should think about our education. We should think about age. We should think about physical attributes, marital status, our working history, our family contacts, our professional contacts, and our personal values and our lifestyle. So these are the few issues we need to first of all focus on our background so that you will be able to go. So this is one of the things what we have studied about the entrepreneur issues required. But if you look for the job market, you see around 93% of the people. Just imagine, means only 7% of the, in case of as per the report, only 7% people are able to procure the jobs. So it's a very alarming situation in the market. So we should think about some business model on ourselves itself. And now you can see it here, 140% rise in bad education loans in 3 years. Now the bad education loan in the sense, people will get educational loans, but they will not be able to repay because they will not be able to get employment. So this is a very alarming situation, and scenario is like this. So we should understand about that scenario also. And if you look for the average salary is also not that much good for the people. And at the same time, we may think about the shortage of good faculties in our country. So I will not be going in detail about these problems, some problems, but you see, if you look for the college campus and if you look for the corporate campus, so we need to inculcate ourselves according to the business requirement, entrepreneur requirement, or corporate requirement. We should able to think about this also. Now, yeah. First of all, yeah.
Here's the great killing these hypothesis that your startup revolves around. It's time to
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You see, whenever we go for yes, Pranav is there. Pranav,
Yes, sir.
Pranav, do you have some doubts right now? Just we have seen about what the basic requirement for entrepreneur. Till now, do you want to ask something about it?
No, sir.
Okay. Next. Okay. Then you see, if you want to go for entrepreneurship, then first of all, please save this model which is required. So first of all, this business model canvas. So here we need to think about customer segments. Then you should think about channels. We should think about revenue streams. We should think about key resources. You see, I am not going to talk you in detail because we are going to take some case study, and then we are going to open for the discussion of question and answer. But you see, these are the 9 important points we need to focus if you go for the entrepreneurship. You see, customer segment means your business model or your entrepreneurship in which for which customer you are going to offer, whether it is from education sector, whether it is from agriculture sector, whether it is from defense sector, like this. So we need to underline or focus on our customer segments. Then how you are going to solve our problems means how you can add the value. So we may call value proposition. At the same time, for our business model, we need to think about the different channels for our business or entrepreneurs. And as I mentioned earlier, that finance is a blood of our entrepreneur or any business model. So what the revenue, we need to think about the revenues also. And at the same time, you see, we need so many things, but instead focusing on or instead counting on this thing is not with me, I don't have a financial background or I don't have a proper resources. Instead thinking all these things, first of all, we need to focus on what are the things available with us. That's the important thing. Similarly, we need to just put it in the line, what are my key resources I'm having, and what kind of activities for my business, and whether my entrepreneurship is an individual one or it's a partnership one, and what's about my cost structure of my entrepreneur. So these are the few, you see, among from many issues, these are the few of the issues we need to focus on this. So here you see there is a one chart here, there is a very small chart. In that small chart you can note it down something about our. Now suppose if you look for the entrepreneurship, you see I'm not going to go in detail about the how to establishment the company and all, but few of the things available with us, the basic model, we will have an individual, that is a proprietorship model. So you can go and register with the state government website. Within one day you may get that registration certificate. So so that if you go for registration of our business model, then you'll get some legal status, or our model will get some legal entity. Then after the proprietorship model, then if you have one more friend or some good people in contact with you, might be relative or might be friend, and if you have a trust among themselves, among you people, then what you have to do is you have to go for the partnership kind of model. You see, nowadays the registration and all that process is very this government has offered age of doing business, so that is not the complicated part as just like a 50 years ago or 20 years ago and all. Today it's a very easy method to get it registered ourselves. So one entity that is called as an individual, or one entity is called as a proprietorship model. Commonly people are preferring it, but if you go for the other model, that is a partnership model, if you have a good best friend, 2 or 3 friends now and then, you might be aware of that IIT students or some friends, they may come together and they may establish some model. So you may go for the partnership model. In partnership model you may have more than 2 friends, so as many as up to 50 you can have friends. You can have proper terms and condition, and you can get it registered with the government, and you can start your model. So I'm not going about more history, how this Apple company and other, suppose Infosys company and all, how they come up with their business model. But second important model, as I mentioned, is a partnership. And if you go for the third important model, for that is a private limited company. So if you have more than 2 directors, and if you have a minimum amount of, suppose 1 lakh rupees as a one director's amount, if you are able to show, then 2 directors. So you can go for the private limited company model. In that private limited company model, so what will happen now? A profit and loss that will be properly means that will come under the balance sheet, and so personal belongings will be restricted in case of loss situation and all. But that is a model of private limited company. So you will be whole and soul for your company, but you will get some legal entity, so people will start believing on you. So some legal entity that should be must for our business. So as I mentioned, one is proprietorship, then partnership, and then I told you about the private limited company, and then if you want to grow your business in further level, then you can go for the public limited companies and all. So these are the at the same time some LLP company also you can go for that also. But these are the some legal entities you can pick up according to your requirement. But that's the secondary issue. Important issue is your business model. So first of all, you should understand what's your customer is and what the value addition you are going to do. Now you see, value addition means you might be aware of that. Suppose for example, suppose sugar cane. Suppose sugar cane farmer cost is suppose 5 rupees a kg. Farmer cost, but if you look for sugar, it might be suppose 20 rupees kg and all. Suppose if you look for the jaggery farmer cost might be 5 rupees a kg, but our customer cost might be 50 rupees a kg. That's kind of a value addition. So you can add the values in your objective here, and these are the few issues you need to focus on it. I hope you understand basic business building blocks for our business model. So always you should think about the business model. That is one of the thing. I hope you it might be clear to you the business model, what the business model is. Yes, yes, Prabodh, Pranav, yes, Pratiksha. Is it clear? First of all, we need to focus on the business model. Is it clear? Pranav?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, is it clear what exactly the model is? Model canvas is. Can you explain something about me? What the model in front of us right now? Yes, Prabodh. Can you speak something about this model? Yes, Prabodh. Yes. Yes. Pranav. Sagar. Sneha. Saurabh Patil. Saurabh Patil. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell something? Can you speak something about this model?
Sir, in business model, first the entrepreneur needs to know what is a cost structure would be, and he needs to know the entire revenue streams and what is his target audience. Things like that, sir.
Yeah, before going to start our entrepreneur, so many things are involved, but these are the few of the things we need to focus on it, and we have to put it on paper. What my customer is, which kind of value addition I am going to in my business, what are my channels, what are my customer relations, how I'll get the money and how I'll be able to spend the money, that is a revenue. What are my resources? Now resources might be raw material, might be your employment, your people, might be resources. What are the key activities or key functions, and what will be my partners, or should I go for individual, or should I take somebody's help? You see, team building is very, very important if you go for any business model. Team is very, very important. Is it clear up to this point? So these are one of the points. So what exactly entrepreneur is, what is a necessity, what is a need, what are the key elements, that things we have seen right now. And before going to start, this is a one of the structured model we will have. Is it clear up to this point? Okay. Now we will go for the actual case studies. I believe all are from electronic background right now. From electronic background. So we'll go for some case studies for this. Okay. Now suppose now you can see this is a one of the case studies I would like to tell you, means how you are going to develop, or how we are going to develop a business model. Now you see, for business you see, you should not think that I am from electronics and somebody is doing some business in agriculture. But in our city, you may think that somebody is studying electronics and somebody is doing something in textile industry. Somebody is from electronics and somebody is doing some service industry. Somebody is from electronics and somebody is doing something. You see, any machine or any business needs most of the engineering knowledge. So as a case study, here just we are going to discuss today about one hatchery model. You see how it is beneficial to the people. So that is a secondary thing, but right now just our objective is how to develop and model, how to start and business, how to start, when to start. That is very important. You see, if you start dreaming, then only thinking may not face the result. So bottom line here is just do it. What is the bottom line? Bottom line is just do it. Now you see, if we have an electronics background, for example, if we want to go for some design of IC chip, suppose fabrication industry, if you go for fabrication industry, IC fabrication, you see most of the fabrication industries are located in Silicon Valley, and if you look for the investment in that companies might be some 2,000 crore, 3,000 crore, 50,000 crore, like this. This is, you see, one of the electronic company which is in Chandigarh, suppose semiconductor complex, and which is a government owned company. They're just manufacturing small electronics components, but the cost of that industry is it's a old cost, but it's more than 2,000 crore. And if you look for one of the transistor manufacturing industry, which is again owned by our government, which is in Hyderabad, that is called as Gatex Hyderabad, and you see they are just manufacturing a small transistor, PNP transistor, but cost of that industry is around 300 crore. Cost of 2,000 crore, 300 crore. But if you go for suppose a so and so computer company, suppose IT industry, so many systems are there, so many tables are there, employees are there, and you will find so and so IT company, so and so IT solution provider company. But that's not the scenario in our industry here. You see, the fabrication, IC fabrication cost might be 50,000 crore. I'm not going in technical details right now. But what the problem we are facing right now here is, let us take small example for IC and then we'll go for this topic right now. You see, if you want to manufacture a small IC, then around 20 stages are involved. But college level, around 8 to 10 stages are covered in our syllabus. But after 8 to next stages, we need some softwares. For example, if you look for Cadence software, so that Cadence software cost itself is 50 crore. Just imagine. So that software may not be reachable to colleges. That software may not be reachable to universities also. So some of the universities, they may have a software, but that will be education grade software, and it might be around 99% discount and so on. So point here is, if you look for suppose MATLAB, our software, so in student version you may get 3,000. So point here is, bottom line here is, if we are unable to access the software itself, then how we are going to start our business in it. So that's the important. So instead of counting the problems, what we have to do is, what is I am having? What is the things I am having? You can start with that. So for example here, you see small example, small as a case model, in as I mentioned in earlier that in foreign universities, 70% of the time they are spending on the case studies, and just 5% time they are spending on the lecturing and all. But that's case study. So this is one of the case study. Practically we are using it for the benefit of the farmer. Now you can see, suppose this is a small egg. Just I am trying to give you a small economy here. Egg cost might be 5 rupees. And after 21 days, you will get the chick. And the chick cost is 25 rupees, 30 rupees. So you see, input cost is your 5 rupees, and after 20 days, that output cost is 30 rupees. So that is called as a value addition. That is our first point. Value addition. Business means value addition. What we are doing? We are doing nothing. But you see, egg cost is 5 rupees, and after 21 days, output cost is 30 rupees. That is a value addition. Now we may think, no sir, this is not my topic. Sir, my topic is electronics. But if you want to do this value addition, then we need again electronics. Now in case of electronics, for example, if you look for the temperature. So here, for this process, we need 100 degree. 100 degree means it's in Fahrenheit. You see, it's not, it's around 38.5 degree temperature is required for this incubation. Now, you see, here first of all, one of the thing required is a temperature controller. Now, temperature controller means for our incubator, temperature we need to control is exactly 100 Fahrenheit or 37.8 degree. Now, please tell me, is it possible for us to control the temperature? Does our university system helping us for the control of the temperature, or we may have gone through a lot of questions about the temperature controller. So temperature controller is required to add the value in our business model. So I am not going to explain you what the temperature controller is. Now I will be happy if anyone replies fast, so that we'll be able to try to cover most of the points. Time is again also limit, but I will be happy if anyone is as an electronics, suppose Vivek Kulkarni. Yes, Vivek. I hope all are from final year students. Vivek. Yes, Saurabh Patil. Saurabh. Yes, Shubhangi.
Yes.
Yeah, Saurabh, you tell me. Will you be able to understand and develop a small temperature controller unit? Yes or no? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, being a final year electronics student, you will be able to develop that model. Yes or no? Yes, as your answer is yes. You see, in this, I'm not going to talk about more technical details, but you know that microprocessor is required for us. You know, one sensor is required for us. You know, one your heater or some heat source is required for us. So first of all, we have to sense the temperature. So we should have a knowledge of temperature sensors, different sensors which we have studied in our electronics. Then we should have a knowledge of microprocessor which we have studied in our class or colleges. We should have a knowledge of heat source which we have studied in the class or colleges. So straightforward, we will be able to understand and we will be able to develop a temperature controller. Now simple temperature controller will add the value. So that's our point. Our first point is a value addition is required for the sustain or to develop for any business model. So we should not say that no, this is from so and so industry. Now if you look for the robotics, they may say, is it only electronics? No. Is it only mechanical? No. Is it only electrical? No. So we should first of all remove our branch restriction from our mind. We should remove the branch restriction or knowledge restriction from our dictionary first of all. Then only we will be able to add the value. Now value addition is, this is just a case study. This is just a case study because we are going through some typical problems. So I'm trying to interact on this topic. That's it. So this is from our branch. So one thing you require is a temperature controller. So you see, egg cost is suppose 5 rupees, and if you are able to maintain a temperature for your machine for 21 days, then that chick you will get the hatcher chick. So you can help to that helping and all that will be the secondary part as of now, but we are trying to understand about the technology. So one point is about the temperature controller. I hope you understand. Now second important parameter required for this machine is a humidity controller. Now humidity controller means we might be aware of the humidity. So for this specific case is concerned, we need suppose 80, humidity range is suppose 80. So for up to 18 days it is required suppose 60, and after 18 days it is required suppose 85, 90, that is the humidity required. And if you want to control the humidity of the machine, Then as usual, what we have studied in our electronics, that is a humidity sensor that is required. In our electronics, we have studied a microprocessor, that is our required. Then humidifier, which is required. So everything, that knowledge we will have, already we are having that in our electronic branch itself. That is in our hand itself. That is in our hand itself, you see. So first of all is a temperature controller, as I mentioned. Then second thing is about the humidity controller, as I mentioned. So again microcontroller is required. That is, it's a simple problem we are trying to get. Now if you look for the many are there, but if you look for the another one more small problem, suppose turning is required for this X. Turning, that is called as a turner. Turner means we need a small DC motor, or we need some our stepper motor. For example, nowadays in the market, different motors are there. Now we will have a knowledge of different motors, what we have studied in our second year of engineering, or third year of engineering, or first year of engineering. So AC motor, DC motor, speed control, the speed control of the motor, then you can see that RPM, speed control means RPM control. Then we will have a knowledge of torque. Then we will have a knowledge of starting torque of the motor. Then we will have a knowledge of running torque of the motor, and so on. So basically torque control, speed control, type of the motors. So if we have a knowledge of all the motors, then we will be able to select the motor as per our requirement for our machine. I hope you understand. The motor is required. Now turning means, you see here X, Y, Z, 3 axes are there. So within 2 hours or 3 hours, every 2 hours or 3 hours, our motor or DC motor must get rotated after every 2 hours. And how many revolutions? Suppose 2 revolutions, suppose 5 revolutions, and so on. So again, if you look for the electronics here, so if you want to control our motor, then you are aware of that. What we need to control the motor? We need again a timer. Timer is a knowledge of our electronics. We need a timer. We have to set the timer. So that is the input that we can store in the program itself. You can define in the program itself. Then we need a microprocessor. And in that microprocessor, again, suppose in microprocessor, you see nowadays so many, you see I am having one small controller here. Is it visible? You see it here. This kind of controller is there. Yeah, you can see it. This is a controller we have, and in that controller itself, you see, in that controller we will be able to suppose connect different sensors here. You can see these are the different ports for and different sensors you can connect here. Suppose humidity sensor you can connect, temperature sensor you can connect. Suppose if you need turning you can connect. So that you can connect here. Now if you look for the sensors here, now you might be aware of different sensors. You will have a different sensor knowledge which we have studied in our electronic itself. So you can see here I'm showing one some PT100 sensor. It's very simple technology here. You can see it here, PT100 sensor here. I think you might be aware of what exactly the PT100 sensor is. Okay. Now suppose here you can have, suppose you can see it here. There is one humidity sensor here is. Now I will be happy if anyone tells me about what exactly the PT100 sensor is, which we have studied in our syllabus itself. Yeah. Who is there right now? Saurabh Patil. Saurabh Patil. Saurabh, will
Yes,
you be
sir.
able to tell me about the temperature sensor something? Will you be able to talk something about it?
So that PT100 sensor senses the temperature value based upon resistance.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. You see, you have a knowledge. Means my point here is I'm not trying to tell you some rocket science technology for our lecture today, but I'm trying to tell you that, you see, try to look towards ourselves. All the knowledge is with us only. You see, you are lucky that you got this great college. Lot of exposure is there for us in college itself. You see, they are arranging good lectures also. We have a good teachers. You see, I have completed my engineering in 1996-95, but still what Gokhale sir, Shah sir, ma'am, what they told us, again still we remember them. You see, after 25 years, it is not like that, whatever they taught. But that point is different. Here, my point to you is, try to use the resources of the college, whatever we have, and try to do some project work. Instead, learning from the book, try to do some practical thing, try to understand some. You see, today also our college, they are trying to contact with alumni also, some industry people. You see our college different websites and different pages, daily some activities are going on, and through that activities only you will be able to get the knowledge.